shut up, whatever is making this run. If I don't have a job, now I'm talking and I'm not talking about a gig. If I am not configured so that I can take the gift of my life, love with it, and work with it to make a contribution to community that becomes a beloved community, I am not fully human. Oh, let me say something about this working out of love and for love and with love. Later on, you'll hear his elder brother suggest that he spent his money with prostitutes. I know him down south. Can I talk about sex? I really do not believe that people who consort with prostitutes are really primarily interested in a physiological sense of gratification and satisfaction. You know what I think is at the heart of this sex thing? I think sex, if you really get down to it, is about being made in the image of a God who is a God of love. I think it's about having a longing to be in communion with the other. I think it's about being desirous of some setting where one can be cared for who one is, valued for what one is, being the object of others' desire to nourish, being appreciative of the work in progress that the other is, a desire to be embraced into meaningful relatedness, and the body being what it is, as can I get in on the act? Did y'all hear what I said? It's not the big O. It's the big R. Relationship. Community. Being appreciated. Being embraced. Being the object of admiration and being in partnership that together we can make something. And while loving and caring and participating with one another and admiring one another, all of a sudden I'm somewhere, whoa, that comes along. Did I do it, my friends? Did I get it? Oh, Betty, that's what I was talking about that night when I was late. She called. I thought I'd better try out a little portrait on her before I came home. And this is what I said. But Betty, I was not just talking about a thrilling experience in bed. And I said, what kind of love are you looking for? What kind of love are you dreaming of? What kind of love are you looking for? Let me know my love. I'll bring it on by. And that's why I wrote in the little piece of your part. This is the love I've been dreaming of. This is the love I've been looking for. This is the love that will satisfy. If you've got that kind of love, then bring it on by. And then I said, thoughtful, patient, tender, and tough, surprising and playful, but never too rough, sunshine steady, wind blowing free, rain drenching pleasure, spreading all over me, makes you dream in the daytime, keeps you awake through the night, makes you love to give you all because this loving's oh so right. And when the loving's over, love keeps lingering around. Our hearts hold hands in silence while the passion settles down. Now that's the kind of love I've been dreaming of. That's the kind of love I've been dreaming of. That's the kind of love that will satisfy. If you got that kind of love, then what? That's what he was looking for. It was not just a prostitutional arrangement that had spark to be loved. To be at a table with food, with friends who have had meaningful work, who are sharing the stories. A tooth for the baby. She's walking now. My garden in the backyard. When he came to himself, when he came to himself, he got up and went to his father. Oh, that's coming to himself. To come to community. The African proverb says, I am because we are. He was not himself when alone. It's impossible to be a human being. Ask those who try experiments with isolating newborns away from human community. Apart from community, you ain't yourself, brother. To come to a place where even with the sweat of the long journey, he's immediately embraced, kissed, get that robe and put on him, shoes on his feet, ring on his finger, and he's hungry. Kill the fatted calf. That's who he is. I am because we are. Separated from the common good, you are not you fully. You only come to yourself when you come to community and care for others than yourself. Rugged individualism is a good starting place to come home to yourself, to come to community. Until you get there, it's too rugged even to be a full individual. That's who he was. So then finally he comes. And they have a party. Oh, this is not in the theology books at Austin. The seminary. You in Austin? But maybe say anything about me. The essence of theology is to be. This is amazing to me. He says to the slaves, and I don't like the word slave. I like it, but now I like it because this is a glorious slavery. He says to them, kill the fatted calf and come and let us eat and be merry. To be yourself, you are not fully yourself unless you feel that even almost as if you were a slave, that the slave master invites you to party with him or her, as the case may be. I'm getting ready to finish. I know that some of you have a reservation for brunch today. But let the Methodists have it for the time being. The idea that this brother gets up and the slaves, but I think maybe the servants, I like that, the hired servants, they come together and this is when the 99% and the 1% get a chance. Is there any 1%er here this morning? I'd like to dance. I'm a 99%er, but I need one. You got me one. Come on, go ahead and rock that knot. Come on, sister. I need a 1%er. Will you come? I want to dance with you. Come. I bring your stick with you. The point is, I really mean it, coming to the dance. That's what he said. He said, come, let us, kill the fatted calf and let us eat and let us make merry. So I'm going to ask you to dance with me. is this important? This is important because the elder brother out in the field, he's a 1%er, but he doesn't know it. He thinks he's a slave. He says, I've been slaving for you all these years, and you've never given me even a goat to make merry with my friends. So what happens is the idea of God in this story. And I know I'm allegorizing a bit of a parable, but what happens is they're dancing. The householder is dancing with the others. There is the elimination of the boundaries between 99 and 1%, between blacks and whites, between chief executive officers like Warren Buffett, bless his heart, and his secretary. They are dancing together. God's vision of an image of a table is not a party where we dance together. So let's dance. Now, I really like to teach you the electric slide.